Triple M breakfast.
You're waking up with Rude, It's and Loz on Triple M.
Test drive the all-new, all-electric Toyota BZ4X at Peter Kittle Toyota.
Get all the news you need.
104.7 Triple M.
Hello, Adelaide.
No one knows Adelaide like these guys. Triple M Breakfast with Rude, It's and Loz.
Overnight news.
We're only a few weeks off Gather Round happening in Adelaide. It'll be going crazy again. They reckon occupancy is double what it was last year. There's people who didn't come and had FOMO are definitely coming this year, whether it's families or corporates. Everyone will be coming to Adelaide. It's just looking massive at the moment. So much to the point that some of these properties on Airbnb, houses around Adelaide, people are probably non-football people, I would expect, that think, well, I might just bugger off for the weekend.
Get out of town.
And cash in. There's 23 properties online for more than $10,000 over a 4-day period.
Really?
What?
Yep. So
How are they allowed to do that?
Well, you know, Live Golf last year, someone got 40 grand for their house.
for one
the week.
place.
That's price gouging.
Well, you're allowed to
Yeah, it is.
demand v supply.
Yeah, but it's taking the PI55 if you ask me.
Yeah, but these are their own property, so they don't need to.
No, I know.
Book them
I
out.
understand that. I understand it. I just think it's
There's also
bad behaviour.
17 other properties that are just shy of the $10,000 mark over the 4 days. It's just an incredible demand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's big money.
Yeah, it is. I'm with you, Loz. I don't know if it's right or wrong either, but I guess if they're too high, people won't stay
Won't
there.
pay it, yeah.
Yeah, I just think, you get to a point where you're slightly exploiting people who just want to come and do something fun for the weekend, might be desperate to come and see their team,
Yeah.
and just feels a bit grubby, if you ask me. But whatever. People, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Kate Middleton, conspiracy continues. So she hasn't really been seen. She's been seen once in a car with her mum since her abdominal surgery. And people were worried about her. It was months ago, and they thought
What do
maybe
you
there were
think
complications.
abdominal surgery means?
Well, this is the thing.
That's very broad. That could be anything.
I think my personal
Could be
feeling,
women's business?
It's women's business. I think that might have been a hysterectomy or something like that she doesn't want to share because that's private information.
You just say if it was a hernia or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you probably say if you haven't.
And be back on board pretty soon.
Yeah, but if she had pretty major surgery with and private, then she might not want to say what it is. So I understand that, and I think there might have been some complications which kept her in the house longer than she wanted to be. She's released a photo for Mother's Day, okay, and it's her with the kids, and the internet has gone absolutely crazy because this photo has clearly been doctored. Now, Charlotte's sleeve on her shirt looks strange. It's sort of not. It's overlapping in a really unnatural way. It's definitely been manipulated.
And you're not allowed to manipulate royals' photos. That's one of their rules, isn't it?
I think they do, and I think the truth is they would manipulate them. They'd just make it look very seamless normally. And also, it's just added to this feel that she's not well, and they've faked this photo and they've used AI. She's come out, and this is unprecedented. The royals do not comment on public speculation. They don't.
Yeah.
But she's come out and said, I'm very sorry for the confusion. As an amateur photographer, I do sometimes experiment with some editing, which is very normal for photographers to do.
Even that sounds like a story. Why would you come out and say that?
I think because people are so worried that she's genuinely dead, and that
To go that far and say, I'm an amateur photographer and I delve into this sort of thing.
Yeah.
When do you do that, love? How much spare time have you got? Seriously?
Yeah. I think what's happened with this photo, and it's something that all photographers will probably know, modern photographers, getting a photo of 3 kids or any number of children smiling at the same time and everyone's got their eyes open can be really hard. So what they'll sometimes do is take a bunch of photos and then they'll put one photo in of, they'll cut Charlotte's
Each of the kids.
face out, put it on that one and then whatever.
Yep.
And she's just done a bad job at smoothing the edges over. And now people think that she's buried somewhere
Right.
in Kensington Palace, So that's just what I think. But,
Okay. Gone from a
Photos
doctor's
right
photo
if you do the
to
photo
she's
for
dead.
the royals.
Yeah.
That story spiralled out of control, didn't it?
Yeah, it certainly has. The Oscars were on over the weekend, and I honestly couldn't give two shies about the Oscars.
That's both of us.
But sometimes you get a nice little on-stage sort of appearance from an old school person. So Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger came up.
Well, Arnold and I are presenting tonight together for a very obvious reason.
We both tried to kill Batman.
Yeah. Well, we're both trying. I as the Penguin in Batman Returns.
And that was Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin.
What a voice.
Where is he?
Yeah.
He's here.
I hate him.
There he is.
I hate.
He's right here. He's right here. Look.
You have a lot of nerve to show your face
Oh, yeah,
around
you
here.
got, you know,
Son of a
you
bitch.
are a real beak breaker.
Old Stanley DeVito now.
I think he'd be in his 60s or 70s.
No, he's
older than that. Come on.
70s,
Have to be
80s?
at least.
No.
I'm Googling it
79.
right now.
79.
79.
But Michael Keaton was in the audience and he deadpan faced them and did the sort of like come at me fingers.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was probably the only moment that was bearable to watch, to be honest. The rest is just cringe city.
Yeah, I love Danny DeVito and Arnold. Hey, there's a few new the cost of living. We all talk about that, and we talk about the tariffs that have been happening with bans from other countries. Well, they're about to change 500 products that come into Australia. They're called nuisance tariffs, and they want to get rid of them. Have a listen to some of the things we're going to get cheaper in Australia at the moment. This is Jim Chalmers, our treasurer, talking about ways he's trying to make things a little bit better for us in Australia. So products that are coming into Australia that will be cheaper from July 1 this year. Toothbrushes are going to be cheaper.
Handy, yeah.
Dishwashers,
Yeah.
toasters,
Yeah.
Dodgem cars are going to be cheaper.
Well, that's important.
That'll come in handy. Ballpoint pens,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
electric blankets,
All right, yeah.
bamboo chopsticks are going to be cheaper.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah.
Fishing rods,
Oh,
you'll be
that's
happy with that.
good.
Tyres.
Ned McHenry will be happy.
pajamas,
Yeah.
and there was a couple others.
He's had a busy weekend.
menstrual products, Loz.
Well,
Right.
that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Half the population need them.
yeah.
Hang on a
Tools and
sec.
fridges. So
Wait a minute. Which one of these things don't belong with the other? Dodgem cars.
That's right.
I was just saying the other day, God, it's getting out of control, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dodgem car prices.
I know. That's all. I haven't bought one.
yeah, because I was going to take one to the shop.
Yeah.
There you go. What an odd list of things we're
You
looking at.
drive like you're in a Dodgem car. Sitting here.
There you go. Keep an eye out for a few cost changes there in those products.
It's Rude, it's a loss. Triple M's.
Touted to be the next key forward to take a leap for the Crows this year. But copping a knee injury in the pre-season has him sidelined for 12 weeks, no doubt feeling pretty filthy. He's the Crows' highest ever draft pick, and with the team ready to kickstart their year against the Suns this weekend, we welcome to Roo, Dits and Loz, Riley Thilthorpe.
Oh, filthy.
Oh,
Hey, we had heard so much in the build-up. He was going so well, and then the knee injury. Joins us now, Riley Thilthorpe. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, good,
Riley,
Riley.
is this the worst injury you've copped?
Yeah, probably. I've never had a surgery before, so something different. But yeah, it went really well. So yeah, on to rehab now, I guess.
You look like you just had cramp out in the ground, Riley, after a hot day down at Richmond Oval. And then we heard it was your fat pad and your knee, and then now had a tear in the meniscus.
Yeah, I've sort of I've known the feeling. I've had this sort of issue for a few years now. It hasn't really bothered me too much, but my knee sort of locks up. And it was the same sort of feeling, but I obviously did a bit more damage this time, and I'm happy that after the surgery I should have fixed it now. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think anything of it. I was pretty confident that it was just a little knock and then I'd be back for round one. But, yeah, after the MRI, ended up, a tear in the meniscus, unfortunately.
When will you start running, and what's the best case scenario for you from the surgeon?
I don't really know. I'm hearing a lot of different things, but I think about 10 weeks before I start running, which is a bit frustrating. But, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So I'll just put my head down and get to work.
So we were told 3 months or sort of 12 weeks. If you can't run for 10 weeks, you've then got to get fit after that, don't you? So it could be a little while.
Yeah, I think I haven't. Yeah, I don't know the exact dates as of yet. We're going to sit down later this week because I'm not meant to be at the club yet. So I think it is about 8 to 10 weeks, no running, and then sort of, it'll take at least a month to build up, I'd imagine. So
Now, Riley, are you a reader or you like watching TV? Like, what's going to be going on at home? Like, are you going to cope with the downtime, or do you get really irritated if you can't move around?
To be honest, Loz, I'm losing the plot already. It's only been less than a week, and I'm losing the plot.
Okay.
I've I bought a guitar, so I'm learning that at the moment.
What? Do you
Got
play?
a puzzle on the go.
Well, do a bit
not
of busking.
very well.
Bit of busking will get you through.
Oh, we can send you some tutorials. There's some. We can send a guitar teacher around. That'll keep you busy. That'll be good.
Nah, YouTube's been pretty good to me, but it is frustrating. I haven't felt this uncoordinated in a very long time, so it's been a bit of a struggle, but it's keeping me busy. So a few things like that.
What's your swimming like?
Yeah, I'm okay. I know it's about to. I'm going to be doing a fair bit of it, I imagine, soon. So
Well,
getting ready for that.
I heard your nickname's the Whale, so you should be a good swimmer.
What's that about?
Yeah, the nickname doesn't correlate to any swimming ability, unfortunately.
What's it about?
Where's it come from?
Yeah.
It's a long story, but it's pretty much Riley O'Brien's fault. So I blame him for it, but it's kind of stuck now. So
Well, give us a bit more.
That's cryptic as.
Yeah, come on.
well, it's not really that exciting. He was sort of making whale noises one day. Who was making the whale noises? And it was me. So then everyone started calling me the whale, and now I'm stuck with it.
It's not because you're like big and you've bulked up over the off season. Nothing to do with that. It's just making noises.
Completely unrelated. Yeah,
So it wasn't even you in the beginning. It was Riley O'Brien. He's the true whale.
He was the whale, and I denied it for a few days, and obviously the boys sort of hammered a bit down more because I was denying it, and then ended up having to accept it. And,
You need to start calling him Moby Dick. I think that's the only way that you can really...
Now, I hear you were the man to go and see to buy budgie smugglers. Is that right?
What the hell are you talking about?
I've unfortunately got that title at the moment.
What is going
What are you doing? You're hocking budgie smugglers.
Oh, I'm getting ripped off. Half the boys don't even pay me, so I'm out of pocket a bit.
Are you an importer?
Yeah, I'm the middleman, so I have to. I import them, and the boys don't pay me very timely.
How did this all start?
Well, I think I don't even know. I just wanted some budgies one year, and then no one. I don't know. The club wasn't ordering. No one ordered them, so
what
took it upon myself and got stuck with it.
You just sell them out the boot of your car, or what? Like when people show up and with bags of cash? Like, how does it work?
I just order them and then get all the money off the boys. But this year, because a lot of the boys don't pay on time, I put nicknames on all the budgies, and no one knew. So it beat that at some of the boys.
Right,
which is pretty good.
Right. All right. Now, is it true that recently you've moved back in with Mum and Dad?
I have been for the last week, yeah. Just while I'm recovering, getting treated pretty nicely. It's been pretty good.
Yeah, okay. Now, we were told it's because you haven't got air conditioning.
That is true as well, yes. My
warm.
house would have been smeltering over the weekend. So
I don't know if you've picked up on this. I don't know if you asked things around the club or not, but you know the club's got a brand new sponsor called Right Price Heating and Cooling. I reckon they could probably sort you out.
Yeah, it's in the works. It's in the works.
All right, Riley. Well, good luck with the knee. Go and pump some iron, mate.
Yeah.
Come back at 120 kilos and just push everyone around, mate. So don't let your head get too damaged by an injury. You'll be fine. Thanks for joining us, mate. Appreciate your time and, keep your chin up.
No worries. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Good luck.
Thanks, Riley.
And the truth is, Roo, he was looking fantastic.
Well,
He's a very skillful big
He'll
bloke.
come back even better
Yep.
at the right time of the season, just before the
And
finals.
if not, he's got his side business selling budgie smugglers
That's
out the
right.
boot of his car.
And playing the guitar.
Yeah, what a life.
And making whale noises.
He should brand them the whale.
Yeah, that's, oh, they're whale smugglers.
You wouldn't better with him.
It's a loss. Triple M.
Triple M breakfast.
Brudits and Loz.
Now, this is a bit Sandra Sully because it happened last week, but it's just such a good story. Well, it's such an intriguing story.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word good necessarily, that I thought I had to bring it up. It's about the bloke. His name was Corey Hastings, and he was accidentally released from Long Bay Jail in Sydney.
Yeah.
It was an admin error, apparently, and how that happens, I do not know. But the funny thing is that it was a mystery to him.
He was clueless cops were after him until he saw his own face on breakfast television this morning.
So he got out, went to the shops, did a few things.
Wasn't he doing a long stretch as well?
Yeah, it was a pretty long stretch. It didn't make any sense. And then he got out. He didn't question it, I guess.
No, he didn't.
And then he's, I mean, you don't. It's a bit like that. Start the car ad. And then he had to call the police because you got two options, don't you? You're on the run and then you potentially add much more jail time to your sentence. Or you go to the pub, have a schnitzel, and then you call and say, I'm at a hotel in Bondi.
So he's watching the TV news and his face pops up and they've said, have you seen this man?
Yeah, and he goes, what?
Well,
You let me out.
That's right.
I didn't break it. You let me out.
Yeah.
So apparently, according to New South Wales Police, it was an admin error, as I said.
How could you get that wrong?
The release was due to an administration error following a court appearance. We are investigating how the error occurred. What I want to discuss is the big F-ups at work that happen that are just... And that moment when you realise what you've done and you go, oh, no, I'm in serious doo-doo here.
Yeah. But just when they... If he's sitting in his cell and they come and say, hey, you ready to go? Well,
Yeah.
Well, surely he must have thought,
Me?
you're talking to me?
You're talking
Or
to
what?
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's happening?
Great, no worries. Have you ever had a big stuff up at work, Ditz?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
you tell
funnily
us
enough.
about
Which
it?
one?
Oh, look.
No, the one where you nearly... Well, you tried to do the right thing. This was a pat on your back. You tried to do the right thing, but you did cost a bloke $1 million.
It didn't cost him
What do you mean?
The bloke said he was going to pick that. It was a competition where you picked an album cover.
Yeah.
And behind it might have been $1 million.
It was.
And he pointed at the one he wanted to do, and then he changed his point halfway through. And
Changed his mind.
Ditz just said, weren't you going to do, was it Queen, Night at the Opera? And he went, oh, yeah,
So
sorry.
if Ditz hadn't said anything, what would have happened?
He would have won $1 million.
I think that sounds like it cost him $1 million.
I would have done what Ditz did. I'm on your team, Ditz. But yes, he did.
Yeah, I'm on Ditz's team. I'm always on Ditz's team, but he did cost the bloke $1 million.
Doesn't sound like it.
I
It was
made
only
some-
$1 million. I mean, what would he do with that? Gee whiz.
I made some big errors. Once when I worked at a supermarket, we got a big pallet of frozen goods delivered, and I was so busy and so overworked and so tired and so
What, you didn't put it in the
desperate.
freezer?
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding?
I finished my shift.
So it all defrosted?
And left, and it was like hundreds of kilos of prawns and
Gee,
chicken.
they were on special the next day.
Thousands of dollars. Well, we couldn't sell it.
Oh, no.
It had been left out too long, too high risk.
No.
And there was a puddle of stench on the ground that I'm surprised they didn't fire me. Also, I accidentally wiped
They
half
didn't
the system
fire
at
you?
Blockbuster once. No, they didn't fire me.
You must have been good, Loz.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we got a $200 Rex Airlines voucher to give away. What's your biggest stuff up at work? Yeah, this is a new prize to
That's
give away.
amazing.
Yeah, do a bit of flying around with Rex. They've got Adelaide to Brisbane flights on sale now. You can fly to Port Lincoln, all those sort of places as well.
Now-
Yeah, your biggest stuff up
We
at
know
work.
people don't like coming on and revealing. You can be anonymous, or you can throw someone else under the
Yeah.
bus, someone you worked with who just made a huge mistake. 133353.
Text on the Automasters text line on 0488851047. I put 8,000 litres of unleaded petrol into a 30,000 litre diesel tank. Cost my company $100,000. Let's go to Elizabeth. G'day, Kev. What have you done wrong at work?
Oh, we had a couple of guys on a multi-storey building having to paint storeroom in the lift lobby with 2-pack paint.
Yep.
Next day we come back, there's all footprints on every lift lobby, the carpet. They didn't put no hardener in the paint.
So it stayed wet and...
People walked around on it.
Yeah, it just wouldn't dry because no hardener in it.
Oh, no. All the carpet.
Good on you, Kev. Let's head to Hillcrest. G'day, Donna. What mistake have you made at work?
Oh, I did a little bit of a boo-boo. I was working for a super company and we had to send checks over from Adelaide to Melbourne on a daily basis. And they went via the express post and, you have to sign the back of the satchel so that it goes. And I forgot to sign it, didn't I? And there was millions of dollars worth of checks in the bag and... Oh, I got into trouble, just a tad.
Oh, my God. What ended up happening to the checks?
They came back about 2 weeks later. They got returned to us because I didn't sign it.
But were you panicking for 2 weeks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Good
no.
on you, Donna. Oh, you had a happy ending.
Vincenzo, Mount Barker. What happened, Vincenzo?
Hello, yes, I was picking up a pallet of texture from Dulux at Glyn Road with a friend. It was actually his mistake. Yeah, we went to go and pick up the pallet, hit it, tied up on the truck. One bucket's worth about $80, so that's 24 buckets on the pallet. As he was driving towards Glyn McDonald's, he just took the corner too sharp and the whole pallet fell onto the road and splashed everywhere. About $10 grand worth of pallet. Not to mention the clean up. And so he just like got a bit scared and just drove off and didn't worry about it. Otherwise, we'd be in more trouble.
Oh, no. All right, let's head to Avondale. G'day, Andrew. What mistake did you make at work?
How you going, guys? I was on the digger running a trench across a driveway in McGill, and we'd done all the site checks and everything like that. So digging away, and I felt this twang, and the twang was the actual main NBN cable for the whole town, not just one that spies off.
Didn't you use dial before you dig?
260 grand.
What?
Yep.
And what happened? Did you end up? What, they don't ask for you to send them the money, do they? Or?
Nah, they sent out 3 crews. Luckily, we've got insurance because I'd still be paying it off.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we've just got a text on the text line again. A fella was cleaning out a tanker trailer, you know, the big steel ones, for a truck and forgot to open the top hatch. When you do that, it sucks in the whole tank like a Coke can.
Oh, you joking?
Cost the boss $500,000.
Really?
Michael at Holden Hill. Let's go to Shido Park. G'day, Ben. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How are we doing this morning?
Good. What story have you got for us?
A couple of years ago, this Port Adelaide supporter, he cost me $1 million
Oh, no.
on Triple M.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
You're not the bloke with the album cover that...
Yeah, yes, I am.
Oh, no.
How's it going, Ben?
Not too bad.
How's your mental health, Ben?
I've had so many therapy sessions. You should probably pay me a bit of money for that, Dits, actually.
Well, you got $10,000. That should cover it.
Pretty good.
How many times?
I don't know. I had to use that to buy a car, and then the rest of it, I've just been in and out of the hospital ever since.
How many times in the middle of the night have you like woken up in a sweat and went, I could have had $1 million bucks?
It still happens. Every single night. It still happens.
Listen, Ben, I've listened to that many times. I got to say, you did say you wanted the night at the opera. He just redirected you back to where you were originally going.
Yeah, I know that, but if he just didn't say anything, I'd...
Yeah, if my
What about
grandmother
$1
had
million
wheels, she would have been a bike. You know, like there's... Anyway, I'm just defending Dits because it is a very stressful
Nah, that's
thing,
all right.
but-
That's all right.
Sorry, Ben.
Oh, I think we better give Ben the airline voucher there.
Can you give him a one-way ticket somewhere?
Ben, you've got a $200 Rex Airlines voucher. You can take Dits with you. You can go on a little bonding weekend and try and kiss and make up. A $200
Why don't we
flight.
go and see a Queen show down at the Fringe, Ben?
You can fly to Melbourne with Rex at the moment,
You
can't
can.
you? I
And
heard
Brisbane.
that.
Yep.
You can
They
fly
announced
to Brisbane.
specials to Brisbane, I heard this morning.
If you want to book a flight with Rex, go to rex.com.au.
It's right, it's on lines. Triple M.
Triple M breakfast.
What I learnt something when I arrived this morning, even as early as it was, is just the stress about footy starting again. All everyone's talked about here this morning is their tips.
My tips
The stress of it all.
All right, well, you go with yours. What did you get, Dits?
No, I don't want to say 'cause I'm a bit embarrassed.
I haven't gone on in footy tips for years.
No,
we
I
used
haven't
to run
either.
at the pub every year, and then we dropped off doing it. But our family's doing one at home.
Yeah.
So I've got it. I'm in it, and Tom, our youngest, is responsible for getting everyone's footy tips in before the weekend. I've got 1 out of 4 at the start. I picked bloody Melbourne to beat Sydney. They let me down.
Mm-hmm.
I got, Brisbane have won the last 28 in a row in Brisbane.
Mm-hmm.
Carlton decided, and Harry Mackay can't kick.
Yeah.
Kicks a winning goal. I did pick the Gold Coast to beat the Tigers because they had a few of their best players out. But then I picked Collingwood to beat GWS. So I've got 1 out of 4 for the first week.
You go, Dits.
I got 3.
You.
I got Brisbane. I thought Brisbane were my absolute cert as well, and I got them wrong.
You couldn't
Yeah.
pick Carlton in Brisbane.
Nah.
I got 0.
None.
Not a single
You're
tip.
off to a flyer.
Do you know who beat me? My 6-year-old nephew, Oscar. He beat me. I got 0. If I'd not competed and just got the aways, I would have gotten a point in the tipping.
That's right.
And I tell you what, I'm flat as a tack. I feel like I based it all off of last year's ladder because it's the first game. I don't know.
Isn't it funny how much
every team I
chat, though,
picked
around the
finished
office
higher.
there is about this, and with people that just don't even follow footy, but everyone's into it.
I have a theory that the people who win these things are usually, it's always like your auntie who doesn't even know a single team. That she
that's
picks
true.
the animals that she likes
Or
the
the
best.
colours.
Or the colours.
That's exactly what the AFL wants: is close games, upsets, and unpredictable results. So
Well, I'm upset. So they won that.
who would think Gold Coast would beat Richmond and GWS would beat Collingwood if you said that 5 years ago, that the two new clubs will knock off a couple of powerhouses in the northern
Anyway,
state.
hey, it's our turn this week. Crows and Port Adelaide. We are into it.
It's Red, it's Loz. Triple M.
On Triple M Breakfast with Roo, Dits and Loz.
Did you learn something?
What did we learn? What did we learn?
We had a very mild start to summer. We were having a bit of a crack at Bomb for getting the forecast wrong, because Bomb said it was going to be long and hot and dry. We had a bit of rain during December and early January, but we have not had rain in Adelaide for 44 days. It's come out over the weekend, and to be honest, I'm getting sick of watering plants and bloody gardens.
I know.
It is dry as hell out there.
I know.
It's bloody terrible. So I'm nearly ready for it to back off a little bit.
I am too. I'm a huge fan of summer, but it's starting to do my head in a little bit. And I had the aircon on just a horrible amount this weekend.
I had it on non-stop for the weekend, and I'm a Nazi on the old power.
I'm usually like that too, and I just had to let it rip, and I slept like a baby.
Doesn't make a fair bit of difference.
It does, and it annoys me when it works, but it worked very well. I was thinking what I learnt, so I was thinking about famous people who go by the one names, or so
Madonna.
You've got Cher, Madonna, that sort of thing.
Pele.
And then I thought of Lady Gaga, which is 2 words really, but it's not her name. And I went, why is she called Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
And I looked into it, and basically what it was she was texting her manager. This was back in the day. This is like 2007. And she went to write Radio Gaga, something about a Queen song, and it auto-corrected to Lady Gaga.
Did it?
It did. And she sent it off. And then she went, sorry, Radio Gaga. And he wrote back, Lady Gaga, that's your name. That's it. That's what you have to go
Something
by.
as simple as that.
It was just a mistake in autocorrect.
Yeah.
And now she's
So it wasn't some, whiz-bang marketing guru.
No, it was because she built her own thing out of nothing in LA on her own. So, yeah, she
Total accident.
Total accident.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing. If my autocorrects mine,
Exactly.
what I'd be.
Oh, frightening
Yeah,
that is,
yeah.
What I learned over the weekend, Adelaide Cup long weekend, right? So just over a week ago, I went down to Morfordville, invited down to the grand opening of their Wolf Blast Centre, which was fantastic.
It is lovely.
Anyway,
yeah.
our Premier taught me what I learnt this weekend. He gave some stats about horse racing.
Yeah.
Mally had done his homework. So Adelaide founded in 1836. Our first horse race was in 1838. And it was down, so it only took us 2 years to get straight into horse racing. And it was actually at the site where Theberton Theatre now is, right? So imagine that. There was a horse race there. Anyway, the funny thing is, this little settlement of Adelaide was 2,000 people.
Yeah.
800 turned up for the races, right? So
Not much happening in Adelaide.
40% of our population, which makes me think that yesterday at the Adelaide Cup we should have had 480,000 people.
Yeah.
Because 40% of 1.2 million. So where are all the crowds? Where are you? What's happened? We've dropped off.
Well, they got 7,000.
We've
They weren't
dropped,
far off.
That's right.
It's amazing how massive horse racing was for a long time. It just had
it was a big social event, wasn't
massive. Yeah. It was the thing. It was the cool thing.
That's what we learnt.
It's Red, it's Loz. Triple M.
104.7 Triple M. Stay cool with an Automasters aircon service. Call 1300 Automasters. Every morning at 7:40 a.m. Hear what's happening in Adelaide first. The Rumour Mill.
We've got a lady called Karen on the line. Karen, good morning. What's your rumour?
Good morning, crew. I have a 2-part rumour.
Yeah.
The family that sold OTR for that mega bucks.
Shaheen family.
Shaheen family.
I'm not sure of the name. My source that's very close to the family has told my husband and myself that he still owns the land that all the OTRs sit on, although he sold the businesses and the name OTR.
Yep.
And he's also he sold. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold.
You're all right.
He sold the businesses to a company called Viva Energy that owned Shell and Coles Express Liberty Servos.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he sold all the OTRs, he has now become the major shareholder of Viva Energies.
Okay,
So he sold the company to then own the company again, more or less, and get very large dividends every month, as well as the rental on the land that all his servos would sit on.
Okay, so he's tipped a bit of the money back in, maybe.
Yes, so it's swings and roundabouts.
Okay.
That's
All right.
interesting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for that, Karen. We'll see if we can find out more.
Makes you wonder why you would have sold it in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's my brain's kind of hurting trying to figure that out. Not sure.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Sounds very
Well done,
involved.
Karen.
Who
That's a
knows?
good rumour.
Hey, there was another little text here. I want to be anonymous. The Redbacks will no longer be called the Redbacks in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I reckon we did that a few months ago.
I think that might be a bit Sandra's. I think we've done it, haven't we?
Yeah, but there's a bit.
Oh, not everyone hears our rumours.
Yeah, that's right. There's going to be some changes there. Yeah, that's right. I think we're going to be the Sackers, like just SA cricket basically.
And that's what they're saying here. Will just be called South Australia.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say we're going to be called?
The Sackers.
South Australia Cricket Association.
Cool.
Oh. Come up with a name.
We're going from the Redbacks. To the Sackers.
Oh, Loz.
Come on, guys. We can do better than that, surely.
South Australia.
They're going to do some other things down there as well, which will be revealed.
Run it past Loz first.
Yeah.
Right, just in case.
Come on,
you know.
All right.
It's rude. It's a Loz Triple M.